Yes, array binding. You can create file name array binding.html, array data binding. You can give file name array hyphen data hyphen binding.html. For array input and output, HTML we can start. Here we can follow. We can create a variable. Example book list equal to the array. We can store some default value. In the previous example, we have already. Now after that, there will be one function get book. Alert book list dot length. Body we open close. On load, we can call that function get book. It should give you length of the list. It should give the length of elements. How many elements we have inside the array? That length should appear. Check now. It should give you length of the books. Total how many length we have? Total 6 elements we have. So 6 is coming as a length. We can write here one h1 and we can keep a line as a center. We can print the message array list and delete Javascript. You can add the new element. You can add the new element. Then you can delete that element. Item will be listing out. All will work properly. Now create a table. Inside the table, you can write a line equal to center, cell padding 10, and then T head we required. T head we required. TR we required. TH we required. Book index. Book name we required. And then one action button we required. Delete that. This is under the T head. Now the same T head we will add again and will replace by T foot. T foot, table footer. T head will be orange color and T foot will come in gray color. T foot will be in the gray color. Then this table width will be 50% of your screen. T head on the top, T body in the last, T foot in the last, and T body in between. T body. T body will have ID equal to something container. Under this container, we are going to keep the data dynamically. So we can write here list of TR will come from JavaScript. Under the T body, list of TR will come from the JavaScript. T head is fixed, T foot is also fixed. T head is fixed, T body is fixed. T body will get the content from the JavaScript. Okay. If anyone log in for the HTML class, new class will start from the 6th April, okay, 9:30. So you can log in from the 6th April. So this output is going to come like this. So width 50 I written. It's wrong. It should be 50%. So your table, how it will look, I will show once. Then you can keep writing. This will look like this. This will look like this. Head on the top, foot in the last, in between data will come. This will get replaced. Okay, that will get replaced. So this is for temporary purpose we have added here. List of TR will come from JavaScript. Width 50% is okay. Right, hope going on. Once you complete HTML portion, you can message me in the chat. I will go next after that. Okay, hope ready. After that, HTML, this much I can share you also. Table to table in your chat. Right. So table to table. Into your chat. Remaining script part you can follow. And on load, check are you getting the alert as well? On load, alert should come. On load, when we refresh the page, we should get one alert. Next, when the function is calling on load, the getBook function will be responsible to create the number of TR. Like suppose inside your array, you have total 6 elements as of now. So the loop will run 6 times and it will generate total 6 TR, and that list of TR will send to the T body. Under the T head also we write the TR, T foot also we write the TR, and T body also we write the TR. Since T head is a fixed, T foot is also fixed, the dynamic content will come under the T body. So instead of writing manually 10 times item name, static code, that work we are going to give to JavaScript, saying like JavaScript, I have some data here, and I will write some rule regulation. Based on that, you generate the loop and generate the TR and create the TR dynamically. Create the TR dynamically. That work is going to do now JavaScript. So at this place first, under the function, you create a variable data as empty. Assume like this is the variable declaration. Okay, data variable is created as a what type of variable? Empty variable. Coming down, there will be one function called for each function or map function we can use booklist dot map. Okay, booklist dot map. Now using the map function, we are going to read individual element from the book list, and will split into two parts: name of the element as well as index of the element. Name will store in the name variable and their position will go to the index variable. Coming down in JavaScript, we have done console.log, but we are going to do now in this, we are going to generate the dynamic TR. How that will come? Let's go here. Data equal to data plus, like under the data we are going to concatenate as a number of TR, plus we have to write here TR started and TR ended. TR start in the first line, TR end in the last line. In between now you have to add the multiple TD. So for that again, data equal to data plus, open the TD open, plus plus, close the TD got close. And under the TD, as you can see here under the T head, you have given book index first. So we can write here as a index. It will give you 0, 1, 2, 3. Second position is for the name, book name, that is here the name variable will be second TD. The third index we have, that is as a empty array, it's a button for the action purpose, delete. You can write here called delete and close the button. Now to get better idea how this TR is generating, you can follow the /n here, and /n after every TD, /n for new line break in JavaScript, /n and /n. Last TD I have written 2 times /n. Once the loop is over, alert will come. In that alert, we are going to keep as a data variable to understand what is going to come under the data, how you are generating the number of tr. Instead of writing this tr 6 times manually, we given this task to JavaScript and add it under the loop, saying like, if I have 10 element, you run 10 times and generate the 10 tr, and all the list of tr you send to the JavaScript HTML. List of tr you send to the HTML. Okay, list of tr, how it is going to generate? Look at here. See how many tr? 1 tr, 2 tr, 3 tr. Till how many element we have? 6 element we have. So 6 tr is generating dynamically. 6 tr is getting generated dynamically. After that, all the 6 tr should go to the HTML. So for that, we have to write here document dot get element by id. Container we have to write here. T body is pointing to container. Container is pointing to T body. Container dot inner HTML equal to that data variable. It will display you list of books. List of books will appear. We are getting the list of items. Something like this. List of tr will, so this line you can delete. The HTML we have written something. So we are getting the list of this is not required. We can remove that. T body is empty. Under the T body, we have nothing. Once we run the loop, once we reload the page, onload the content will get generated by JavaScript and sent to the container. That will be list of TR. Okay, ready? So this should look like this. Onload list of TR. List of TR will appear here. Alert, if you want, you can remove that. Alert is just to understand the number of TR, how it is generating. And in that, next again /n you don't need. You can remove /n. /n is only for to get the idea how TR is generating by JavaScript. I remove all the /n. Now we have list of TR. Okay, ready? Let's go now. Page reload will happen and list of data will appear. This data is coming from JavaScript. JavaScript is generating this list of data. Is coming in the left hand side. We can keep here one align property for TR. Align as a center in single quote. So all the elements will appear in the center. It will not go in the left or right or anywhere. Everything will appear in the center. In double quote, how you double quote single quote is right. Sounds 50. This to 50%. Table width is 50%. Not only 50. 50% you are given, but it's very small for you. Okay, screen you are running the half screen? No. Full screen. Where is 50%? Yeah, percent sign 50, meaning 50 pixel. 50% means half of your screen. So hope data is reading for all, something like this. So this content came from where? JavaScript. Okay, so this data what we have, this is assume like this data is coming from the backend. Instead of bringing from the backend, we have written directly and stored in a variable, and that we ask the JavaScript to read it and create a UI and pass to the browser. Now JavaScript is doing that work. Okay, if you want to make this array more interactive, this page, we can create a text box and one button, and submit button click, we can add a new element inside the same array. This array what we have here, we can add some new element also, maybe in the beginning, in the last, in the middle, anywhere, after any element or before any element, anywhere we can add a new element. Okay, then we can delete also. We have given a delete function here. Once we click on delete, the element will get deleted from the array as well. That is also possible. Okay, so let me go here. Array binding 8 file came to your chat. You can use it if required. Someone login for administrator. You should enter the name now. Vamsi is also just not replied anything. Okay. Right. Now let's go ahead. Go ahead. What is the next functionality? Next functionality. If you add one more element here, manually, assume manually, will it come in the browser? Try. Go and add one more element in the beginning. Let's add one element called Java. JAVA, comma, check. This data is also coming in the browser. The Java is coming in the browser, or how is it? Newly added element also appear in the browser. Yes, it's coming here. We need to add now functionality called delete. And when we click on any delete option, that particular element should get deleted from the array. Okay, so for that, in JavaScript we have a function called splice. SPLIC, splice. A splice function used to add the element. A splice function used to delete the element. Using a splice function, we can do the both the work, adding the element as well as deleting the element. Both the task is possible through the splice function. So we are going to do the same. We are going to call the splice function, and according to user click, that particular element will delete from the array. So that will be a small different code. Let us see how that will be and how we can manage it. So we can go here to the which file. In the same file, we have to write a function in the last called delete book. Delete book. Delete book. Function const or var delete book. Del book, I'll write a small function. Del book equal to, now to delete any element, you need their position. You need their index value. What is the index position? If you get the index position, then using the index position, we can delete that element easily from the array. Okay, if you get the index position, then using the index position, that element we can delete from the array easily. So capture here index as a book index. Book index. This book index will come from the JavaScript. JavaScript has to send this book index. For example, is the alert book index. Inside the array, the element can be duplicate. Inside one array, there can be two named two times, three times also. Okay, but the position of the array will be always index, always unique. The position of the array will be always unique. So what JavaScript says, like JavaScript says, I have a function called splice function. If you give me the unique index number, then from your array particular index, I will delete easily. So we say JavaScript says, I have a function called splice function. Using a splice function, I can remove the element from your array easily. Okay, so for that we have to now pass the index value. Now how to pass index value? This is your delete button. Go for the delete button. Go for the delete button. In that TD on click equal to in single quote call that function delbook function and pass there suppose as a 1 as a value and click on button. Check now alert is coming or not. See, if you are already in double quote, inside again you can't give double quote. If we are already in double quote, inside double quote we have to give the single quote. Ready? Let's run the page. On click, see what is happening. On click, it should give you the everywhere. Wherever you click, it will give you the alert as a 1 only. So click anywhere, it will give the alert as a 1. But we are expecting when I click on HTML index is 2. So 2 should come as a alert, unique number. Angular index is 5. When I click here, 5 should come as alert. But we are getting alert as a only 1. Because at this place, what you have passed is by default as a 1. So where is the index? Index is available under the index variable 0, 1, 2, 3. So inside this function, we have to pass the index now. Okay. So suppose if I write as a index here directly, then how it will pass? Because index is a variable and delete button you are calling inside the single quote. Index will not consider as a variable. It will consider as a string and here error will happen. Okay. So for that purpose, again, we have to use the plus plus and concatenation method. Right. So what we will do is at this place, we will break the statement using double quote and will apply the plus. Again, at this place, we will start the plus and we will start the statement using the double quote. So before double quote, this much is one statement. After double quote, this much is another statement. And in between, you merge the another statement. So become a concatenation of variables. Now, in this case, what it will give you? It will give you the unique number for every element. That is the index 0, 1, 2, 3. Try this. Inside single quote we have written. Ready? On button click, different numbers is coming. Alert. Whenever you click any button, the particular array element will come as a alert. Because every array has a unique element, every array has a unique index, not element. Every array has a unique index. That index we are sending to the del book function here. Del book function here. Look at here. So when I went here, HTML 2 is coming. JavaScript 4 will come. Angular 5 will come. React 6 will come. Java 0 will come. According to click, we are able to get the index. Now JavaScript is much confident. JavaScript will say no problem. If you are giving me the unique index, easily I can delete the element from the array. So for that, now here we have to write a function called splice function. A splice function take value in the boolean. 1 if you give, it's delete. It for delete. Okay, 0 if you are giving, it for adding. For adding. Now below function we have called splice. Let me cut here and paste here as a splice function. SPLICE. It delete the element, comma it add the element. Okay, it delete the element, comma it add the element. Now for delete we have to use boolean value as a 1. For adding we have to use the boolean value as a 0. How that work? Let's write here. SPLICE splice. You have to pass here called book index, which book you want to delete, comma 1. After deleting the book, we need to reload the list again to understand yes, book is deleted or not, element is deleted or not. So we have to call the function, calling back the function, calling back get book, calling back get book function to reload the list after delete. When we delete the element, after deleting the element, we have to reload the list. So for that again we call the function. This line is going to delete the element. Which element? Those elements which index you have given. Now calling back the getBook function for what purpose? To reload the list after delete. Once the list item will get deleted, after deleting the item, it has to reload the list. So for that getBook function we called. Ready? Check now. Suppose I am going to delete the CSS. Alert will come. Will get removed from here. Not gone. Reloaded. Reloaded it. Oh, how is splice here? It should be array.splice. Hold on. It should be booklist.splice. Booklist you have to add, no? Then only splice will get applied. Booklist.splice. Ready? Check now. Delete should happen now. See, delete is happening. Wherever we click, the particular element is getting deleted. So this alert is not required. We can remove the alert. And this is your final code of 2 line. Array.splice, array index, comma 1. Next again, we are calling in the last get book list function. For what purpose? So that it should reload the list. It should reload the list. It should reload the list. Okay. Check now. Hope delete is happening. Next task will be we can add the new element also. We can add the new element also. Anyone error? Follow, you have to understand. That is the main point. 1 minute. Hello. Hello. Batch is starting from 6th April, madam. 6th April. When? Yesterday. From, no, not from today. From 6th April it will be. Demo only, free classes are starting from 6th April. As of now, classes are running. Time is busy actually. So time will be free from the 6th April. Then next class will start. What's your name? Oh, fine. So we'll update it today again from the 6th is starting the class. Okay, go ahead next. Now you need to add the new element. So come inside the code and add a paragraph, align equal to center, and create a text box inside, enter book name, and write there input type equal to text, input type equal to text. Then after that a button save book. On click, call a function called save. This is just before table. We added one p tag and align center, so it will come in the middle. It will come in the middle. Something like this. We'll enter the value here, click on save button, it will get added under the list. So button we call save book. For text box you have to give one ID, new book. New book. New book should be the ID for the text box. Save function will call, save function will check under the new book, whichever the value is there, take from there and add inside the existing array. So for that, first you write a function called save equal to create a variable book name equal to test. After that, you will write here array name, that is called book list dot where you want to add, in beginning, in last, or in between, where all three solutions we have. Let's add first in the beginning, or maybe in the last, anywhere, wherever you want. Book list dot push function will add in the at the end of the array. Book name will add here. Again we'll call the book list function. For what purpose? To reload the list. To reload the list. And this function is for what purpose? To add new element at end of array. At end of array. Check now. Every click, when you click on save button, test will keep added. When we click on save button, every click, test will keep adding. Okay, save button, anything is happening. It's adding the new element. Test should be added. It should add test at the end of the list. new element will get added, that is called as a test, because under the new book name you have a store called as a test. So when you click on save button, new element will get added in the last. For a developer, okay, for a developer, saving the data, listing the data, editing the data, deleting the data, it is the prime job in entire career. Okay. According to business requirement, we have to add a record. According to business requirement, we need to modify the record. According to business need, we need to delete the record. And according to business need, again, we need to list the record. Right? When you go to the Gmail, what will happen? Gmail will display the list of records. That is your inbox. According to user, that is the business requirement. When you will log in, it will display your email only. That is, it will display the list only. But which list? Those lists that link to your ID. Okay. You can add the new list. You can add the new record. That meaning you can write a email. Okay. Again, according to need, you can delete a particular email. So what is happening there? We are able to add, we are able to list, and we are able to delete. Okay. Go to the Facebook. You can post the something. So when you are posting something, that is called insert, adding. When you see the list of the post, photos and user post, that is called a list. Whatever you have posted, you have the option, you can edit, you can delete also. So there also we are seeing adding, listing and deleting. Flipkart, when we go, when we see list of the product, that is called listing, data fetch is happening. When we click on add to cart, it's like push. Here you have added no push method. There also list of the product will come. When you click on buy now or add to cart, your particular item details will added inside the array. That is called array.push. Right? Maybe once you go to the cart, you will see no, this item don't want now, delete it. You can delete from there. That is called deleting from the list. You can modify also, you can increase the quantity, something. There also we are doing what? Saving, listing and deleting. Correct? But your item, you only can add and delete. Whatever item you have added in the cart, I cannot see in my computer because it is for your ID. I will add in my computer, that will for the my ID. So everywhere for a software developer, 4 work is primary work. What are those? Fetching the data according to need, deleting the data according to need, saving the data according to need, and editing the data according to need. So if this 4 work, if you are able to do, meaning you can handle some task in the project. Okay. Let's go ahead next. Let me come to this here, and when I click on save button directly, it will add a test. Test is adding, it's a deleting also, right? So here, now it should delete, it should add those elements that we have entered. So for that, we need to go here and text box we have. What is the ID of the text box? New book, new book. Now this function, save book function, directly sending as a test. It will not send as a test. That save function will take the value from the new book. Okay, we have to write here document dot get element by ID. Which ID you want to capture? New book. What we want to capture? Dot value. Next, this will become as a dynamic. It will take the value of text box and add inside the array. Check now. Anything? It should take the value from the text box. We'll come to the page. We'll go here. Python I added. Click on save button. Scheme in the last. Design Y added. Click on save button. Scheme in the last. You can delete also. After saving the record, text box should become empty. That is the karma requirement. Go here. It's not difficult. We can call the text box document.getElement by id dot value, and value we will set by null. Value equal to this one, empty. So this is going to clear the text box. Clear text field. And this, remember also how to clear the value of text field. Dot value equal to empty directly. Okay, ready? So we can go now and check is happening or not. Python, save, scheme here, and text box become clear. Same time, user expectation will be when you are adding the record, one message, why can't you display here, item added successfully. When you are deleting the record, display one message, item deleted successfully. Will be more user interactive, right? So we can go here after this text box. After this paragraph, add one more paragraph. Give ID equal to message and keep align equal to center. ID equal to message and align equal to center. Under that paragraph, we can send the text message from the JavaScript directory. Okay, under that paragraph, we can send the text message from the JavaScript directory. Okay, so next after that, hope the paragraph is ready. Next, what is the task? In the save function only, at last you can write one line. Document.getElement by id. Document.getElement by id. Which id? Message. Inside the message, we can write here message.inner text. Inner text equal to book name plus added. Book name plus added. Semicolon. Check now. Once you add a new book, it will say Java added, Python added, PHP added, Node.js added. whichever the element you are going to add, it will say you it's added. Hope ready? Let's go here. Delete a book, add a book, Node.js, click on save, Node.js, add it. If I add here for Python, it will say Python added. Right? It will say empty added. Blank space will come because you have not. We have solution learn one by one. We learn in validation. Okay. We have a topic for validation. There we learn how to validate the form. How to validate the form. Okay, so here I have not added lot of HTML code so that you will get confused. I should add here Bootstrap also. Bootstrap will make lot of HTML code. I can write some CSS also. That will become extra burden. So only in the minimum HTML code plus required JavaScript we have added so that it should not be overload. Okay. We can add here one if condition where while adding the book name, we can add if else. That will become extra burden. We are learning array and will get involved in something else. Correct. So target is something else and will reach somewhere else. So first understand the array. Once time will come, I will guide you how to validate the input. Okay. If you enter anything, it will take it. We have not entered, we have not applied the validation on that. Just we added, okay, enter, it will save, enter, it will save. Okay. So next come. So adding, when we are adding the record, it says like added successfully. Now we need to delete. Suppose I am deleting the JavaScript here. Message should come JavaScript deleted successfully. Right. So how we can find out JavaScript deleted successfully? How we can find out? Because when you click here on CSS, suppose I clicking on delete CSS. So you are passing the index 0, 1, 2, 3. You are not passing the name. Let's go to the delete function. Inside the delete function, suppose this is your book list is the array. Book list is the array. From the book list, based on index, you are deleting the element. Now, based on index, you can find out the name also. If someone will give the index, then from the array, we can find out the name that we are going to do here. Before deleting, find out the name. After deleting, you can't find the name. After deleting, it will get disappear from the array. So before deleting, only you have to find out the name. And after deleting, that name you need to add in the message, particular deleted successfully. For example, I will go here. I'll write here call book name equal to inside the book list array. There is one position. That position is called book index. So if I give the book index, what we can get here? Get the book name. You can get the book name here based on what? Index. Now delete the element. No problem. After deleting the element, we will generate the message saying like document dot get element by ID. Get element by ID. Which ID? Message. Inside the message, we can say inner text message dot inner text equal to book name plus deleted. Deleted. Book name plus deleted. So what will happen now? The particular element will get deleted, and after deleting, the message will come, this is deleted successfully. This is deleted successfully. Sequence. Okay, hope ready. This line how we have added DELETED deleted, book name plus deleted. See why we have written this line, because we wanted to capture those names that you are going to delete. But when you will capture the name, not after deleting. Before deleting only we have to capture the name. Which name we are going to delete. So we capture the name here and store in a local variable. After capturing the name, we deleted that name from the array. Name got deleted from the array element, but still the name is available under the temporary variable. That temporary variable we have book name local variable. We are merging with the message saying like, okay, book deleted successfully. Then user will come to know particular I have deleted. Let's come to the browser. Suppose we'll go here, add here call ABC. I clicked here, it says ABB added successfully. I will delete now JavaScript and I will delete it, say JavaScript deleted. Okay. So look like possible to remember. Then question is how to remember. Okay, how to remember. Practice is only way. I will give you one small assignment. You can work on that. It will be revision. Tomorrow we will be learning on array only, but that array data will come from somewhere else. We will install the local server in our Visual Studio. From tomorrow onwards, we'll use the VS Code Visual Studio. Local server we will install in the VS Code. After installing the local server, our VS Code will work like as a backend, and there will be data stored somewhere. Now, the array what you are reading now, this array will bring from other source. Maybe from internet, we'll take one API URL, we'll get the data, display inside the JavaScript, or maybe we can set up our own server and from there also we can get the data, but it will be based on external array. Okay, that's called a fetch function, how to bring the data from back into the front end and front end to the back end. Okay, this file will come in your chat. Array data binding.
Sir, please do share the file of data binding 2 to 6.
2 6. You are not attending classes?
Sir, I told you that I have not attended for 4 days. I went somewhere.
No meaning, no meaning. Okay.
But I have seen the videos.
Okay, that I understand, but video and live class are different. Keep in mind. Anyway, your plan, I will share the video files. Okay, so till date your absent is okay. From tomorrow onwards, if whoever will absent for one day, he will not understand next day. Okay, if you absent for one day, next day you will not understand. You have to attend 3 more days to understand the next classes. Okay, JavaScript will be now moving to the difficult area from tomorrow. So keep in mind proper plan and then attend the classes. That is not for me only, it's for you only. for everyone. So regularity is the important. Okay. Till now it was here, there. Okay. Next will be those things that people implement on the project. When we go for interview, people will ask direct straightforward one question. What is the fetch function in JavaScript? How it works? What is the API in JavaScript? What is the callback in JavaScript? What is the promise function in JavaScript? Okay. Those things is starting from tomorrow. Okay. What is the difference between client and server? How JavaScript works? How the JavaScript get the data from backend. So those areas will start from tomorrow. Make plan properly. Okay, this is one small task that hope you can try. Okay, what is that? So it will be something like this. Suppose I have added the data here. You saw data list is happening, delete is happening. You are going to save the data, list the data, delete the data, everything in the same way. Okay, but design will be little different. For that, you have to spend some time, and you may need to write the CSS. Maybe you have to write something. Suppose data is going to come like this. It will not come in table. It will come like a boxes, container. In one line, total 4 container. So what we'll do, we will create the division. For the division, width will be how much? 23%. Margin will be 1%. Height will be 150 something. Box head you can write CSS what we have studied. Next element will come in the new line. Next element will come in the new line, something like this. Okay. Now see what will happen. You have one text box here on the top, and you have a button here called save button. This is called save button. Save button. Okay. This is the text box. Same thing also we designed today. Look at here. Here in the example, this is the same, no? Text box and one button. Same here, text box. But display data is different. Here data displaying is happening in the table. Here data display will happen inside the boxes. Okay, divisions. Now how you will create the division? CSS we have learned, we need to apply. A small line CSS we need to write, it will be okay. Let me go here now. In every boxes, we need to write one. In every boxes, we need to write one delete button. Delete. 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 Delete will be everywhere. In every section there will be one delete button. As now delete is coming where? Under the TR. Here the delete will come under the boxes. Now that delete button, you can write something like this, delete. 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 And then delete. Okay, now here item name. Suppose this is called Apple. This is called laptop. This is called maybe mobile. This may be called something milk. This may be something water. This may be something water. Okay, this all are there. Now look at here. Last is called which one? Food. F-O-O-D. So where the item is adding? Not in the beginning. Item is adding in the last. Because last element is which one? Food. Food is reflecting where? In the last. At same time, one message will come here. Food added success. Food added successfully. This should come in the center, little down here. This way you can try. Okay. So this is the homework. You can take the photo and hope by tomorrow this should be ready. taken the photo.